If you're not living by God's will, then you're living in a stimulus. If you're not obedient to God, then you're living in a stimulus. Ask yourself, whatever you are doing or whatever you are seeing, is it the character of God? Are those people living in obedience to God? Is it the character of God? Is your government the character of God? You see people around you, are they living by the character of God? Are they doing the will of God? Before you do something, is it in the will of God? Live to please God. If we're not doing that, then you're living in a stimulus. What is a stimulus? Let me explain.
Stimulus by Trey Knowles. A stimulus is anything that can trigger a physical or behavioral change. The plural of stimulus is stimuli. Stimuli can be external or internal. Stimulus can be used as a weapon through sorcery, which the principalities of the world use to control people's fate and behavior to create a schizophrenic environment. Everyone who does not live in obedience to God is under the influence of a stimulus-type world, which is controlled by darkness, false belief of living. Religion, ideology, television, the internet, and social media are the tools to influence and control the desires of the people. This sorcery generally refers to the practice of using supernatural powers to influence the natural world. These sorcery tools can be associated with both good and evil intentions. One of the sorcery tricks used by the United States is to influence the world to have the power of liberty of self through the love of money, greed, and guns. People's labor is in vain. The enemy is setting the people up for self-destruction. Instead of the people depending on God, they are chasing things that are the opposite of God. The world has no idea or understanding of what is going on. What empowers people to get tattoos all over their bodies? Don't they know that they belong to God, so why not do what is pleasing to God? What empowers men to sleep with men? Don't they know that this is a disgrace to God? What empowers people to do the opposite of God's will? Where does this stimulus influence comes from? A stimulus is anything that can trigger a physical or behavioral change, and its influence can be profound, affecting everything from our immediate reactions to our long-term behavior patterns. Stimuli can be external, like a sound or a visual cue, or internal, like a bodily sensation. The impact of a stimulus depends on various factors, including its intensity, duration, and the context in which it occurs. Here's a more detailed look at how stimuli influence behavior. 1. Stimulus control. Stimulus control refers to the phenomenon where a behavior is more likely to occur in the presence of a specific stimulus or stimuli. For example, the presence of a stop sign controls a driver's behavior to stop the vehicle. Similarly, a person might behave differently around a romantic interest compared to how they behave around a boss, demonstrating stimulus control by social context. Faulty stimulus control can also develop, leading to maladaptive behaviors, which can be addressed through interventions like behavior analysis therapy from Medina ABA. 2. Influence on perception and learning. Intensity. Stimulus intensity can affect response speed and accuracy. For instance, a brighter light might be detected faster than a dimmer one. Duration. The length of time a stimulus is present can also be critical. In olfaction, the duration of an odor stimulus influences how it is perceived. Complexity. Stimulus complexity can influence learning. More complex visual stimuli can sometimes lead to more effective learning, as shown in studies using the Rutgers Acquired Equivalence Test (RAET) from ScienceDirect.com. Context. The context in which a stimulus is presented can also affect how it is interpreted and how we respond to it. 3. Stimulus motives. Stimulus motives are innate drives that prompt exploration and interaction with the environment. These motives are not driven by basic needs like hunger or thirst, but by the desire for stimulation and information. Examples include a baby's curiosity about new objects or a person's interest in novel experiences. 4. Social influence. Social interactions can be seen as a form of stimulus control. Behaviors like conformity, obedience, and social facilitation can be understood as responses to social stimuli. For example, individuals may change their behavior to align with group norms, demonstrating stimulus control by social pressure. In summary, stimuli play a crucial role in shaping our behavior, perception, and learning. Understanding how stimuli influence us is essential for understanding human behavior in various contexts, from simple reflexes to complex social interactions.